Hello, hello.
Pero ya déjeme lavarlo, güey.
Flaco for you again, baby. We're gonna do the brakes for the 2009 Honda Accord. The first thing you have to do before you remove the tire, you have to put a stand under the car. No matter what you do, always put a stand under the car, because the jack, it can go down and you're gonna get trapped under the car. So make sure safety first. So we're gonna remove the tires and we're gonna go from there. Okay, that's for the 2009 Honda Accord. After you put your stand on the car, the other thing I would really recommend you guys to do, that's open the hood right here on your right side. If you're in front of the car, you're gonna see the reservoir for the brakes. So what you suggested to do, remove the cap, put your cap right here and leave this one open. So that way when you push the brakes over there, when you push the brakes over here, we're gonna have to remove the caliper. And when we remove this part right here, so you're gonna be able to push the caliper inside the piston. If you don't open the cap over there for the reservoir, that's gonna be really hard for you to push in, and also you're gonna have to bleed all the brakes. It's gonna be air in the system, so you don't want to do that. So the easy way, if you're by yourself, remove this one. What you're gonna need a 14 millimeters wrench or whatever you have available, and that's it. They have only like 2 bolts. There's gonna be one right here and the other one right here. Let me see. This one right here, this bolt has to be removed, and this bolt on the top. In case your brakes, they don't brake the way you want it. So what you can do, you can remove this part right here. This one that's at 10 millimeters. So you're gonna have to bleed it from here. But like if you follow my step, you're not gonna have to do this. Yeah, so make sure you follow everything the way I'm telling you, so that way you can avoid to do the bleeding. Because if you're gonna bleed the brakes, you're gonna need another person. The person has to push the pedal for the brakes, and you're gonna have to be here bleeding the brakes, turning on and off these ones, and you're gonna need brake fluid as well. Put the new brakes in it. So we're gonna go ahead and remove the bolts right now. Right here, that's one down. You lose this one, don't remove it, because like if you remove it, the caliper is gonna start wobbling, and it's gonna be, try to remove both of them. And you remove the one in the bottom. That's what I prefer to do, remove this one. And actually, if you're looking for the oil filter to do that, the tune-up, that's right here. This one, that's where the oil filter goes. So that's really easy to do the tune-up as well. So you have the oil filter right here, and then you have the panel under, so to remove the screw as well. But like today we focus on the brake, so let's do the brake first. So that's one of the bolts right here, you see. And you remove this one right here on the top. Easy to remove it. If the bolt start turning, you turning the bolt, and this part start turning too, as you see, like right here. So the bolt is not coming up. So try to hold it with your fingers right here, so that way it don't turn around and you'll be able to remove it. And in case the bolt is really stuck in it, you can use a key right here and put your key and use a wrench at the other side, so that way you can be able to remove it. Now we're gonna use a screwdriver. After remove the bolt, we're gonna do the screwdriver. I don't know if you guys see, but like that's a little gap right here. You see guys, this gap right here between the disc and the brake, and this one does that piston right here. This one does the piston. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna put the screwdriver between the disc and the brakes, and we're gonna push it in the caliper. So that way you don't have to use the clamp. Yeah, you can use this mat to push it all the way in. Do slowly. You don't have to rush. That's easy. It goes in really quick. So that way, when you remove this one, that's easy. You guys see? Now the piston is all the way in, so it's flat. You don't have to use that piston clamp and other stuff like that. You can use whatever you have right here and use plan B. Make sure you put it on top of it, because you have a hose right here. This hose, that's for the brake fluid. So if you leave it like hanging up over here or anything, it's gonna break it or something. So we're not gonna take that risk. So leave it right here. And this one does the brakes. As you see, this one they really need some brakes. The other part, right here, it was already gone. It was already asking for brakes. So we're gonna go ahead and put the new ones. But like first, we're gonna have to clean this one. These parts right here. So we have to clean it with a brush and leave everything clean for the new brake. So that's a brake base selected, ceramic. We use only ceramic and the new brakes right here. They have all the clips. A lot of times I will like make sure you don't twist the clips that you have in the brakes. But like a lot of times they give you those clips, but like those clips, they don't fit or they don't come in the same way the ones that you have it right there. So before you change it, check the ones that you have it, and if the ones that you have it are perfect, so like you don't have to change these ones. I really recommend it to change it, but like a lot of times, like I said, you try to change it, these ones they don't fit the way the originals fit. So like try to figure it out first if they fit or not. If not, leave the ones that you have it in there. So this one does like really cheap. Okay, this one does a new pack. So, let's see. You guys see? That's like so easy to put it in. So I put these clips. So this one does the old ones. Yeah, that was good that the clips they send it with the brakes. So like they fit perfectly in the frame. So we're gonna change it. We're changing it already. To change those, that's really easy. So you unclip it, put it back in. You know what? I'm gonna do one so that way you guys can see it. So you have two hands right here. So what you do, push it up and it comes on itself. When you push it in, put it back in. So you put it right here and then you're good. Yeah, these ones, that's different brakes. These one they have the sensor. The one that have the sensors go out in the front, and the one that don't have the sensors go out in the back. So these ones go in the back. So we're gonna put it like this, okay? So this one. Sorry if you guys don't see it, I had to go and check it in the back. That's it. This one does one right here. Sure, it stay good. Kind of like went out right there. Has to be flat, almost like hitting the disc right here. So we're gonna go and put the one in the front, put it on the tap, put it on the bottle, like it's up to you, whatever. And then you go from there. See? This one has to be right here. So when the brakes start warming up, sensors start going in, and that's how when you hear the noise, that's already time to change the brakes. Yeah. And then you grab your caliper. So as I told you though, in the beginning, what I did with a screwdriver, so that way I don't have to do anything else later on. Start like pushing with a clamp. So, oh, my bad. A lot of times you have to clamp it with this. So what you do, so you put it right here, and then you start squeezing, so that way you can push this one inside. So that's why I'm telling you that's better to use a screwdriver. Use a screwdriver and push it in when you have the brakes in it, so that way you don't have to do that step. So now that's time to put up everything back in. Where's your caliper set? Right here. You got your screw. There's the bolt right there, the first one. Try to put the one on the top first. You're gonna have to play with it like a little bit. Try to find it. Try to find the hole. Put it out with your hands. Don't use the wrench, or don't use anything. Try to tighten it out with your hands first, and then later on you tighten it out with the wrench or with the key. Doesn't matter. Yeah, and try to do the one on the bottom as well. Do the same thing. Then you got your key wrench, and then you start tightening up. Now that's good. Now go to the one in the top. You do the same thing. And pretty much you're done. You're done, and you see I only use this type of key. A lot of times you can use the ratchet and the socket, 14 millimeters or 9/16. That's the same size like this one, and you're good. Pretty much that's all you have to do. Don't forget to put your tire back in. Don't try to drive it like that, and don't forget the steps. You have a stand right here, so make sure you lift it like a little bit and remove this one. Don't forget about your stand, but always use this one. This one does really good. I use the Craftsman, so it's really good. It's been helping me a lot. So the next step, that's to put the tire together and other stuff. I'm pretty sure you guys already know how to do that. So the second, the other side, that's the same thing, pretty much. Remove these two bolts, put the brakes in it, and that's it. Bada bing, bada boom. You have a new brakes now. Now you can drive it And thanks to a skinny ball. See you guys next time.